AF Archery is back, and they took their Manchu for a while out of the program, refined it, and put it now back for sale. And this is their new upgraded version of the Manchu bow. What did they tell me? They tell me it has longer sears. I don't have the old version now here anymore, so they made the sears a little longer for a nicer appearance. The angle of the sear changed a little bit. They said I can't control it because I don't have the old one. They made wider limbs, so for torque resistant. Relatively stiff, seems good. And the painting is more refined, so it doesn't come off as quickly anymore as we had maybe in the past. And this is a 35 pound at 28. So I might do later a comparison with what I have back there. So what do we have? We have nice, long, thin sears, reinforced with horn here, not too long at the back there. Squarish design, nice. Then we have this lovely wide string bridge here, and then we start here with the painting, which has a nice, it's very refined. The belly is black, and the back has these stripes. Then we have the, here, we have now this bump. I don't know if this was in the original one too already here. The fade out is a bit more gradual, but still a little up and down. They surely thought about something here. And here we have kind of like a rougher transition. Then we have 2 times the arrow pass in rayskin, and then the center part is nicely wrapped with a strap of leather like we know from Mariner and stuff. So the handle straight, goes a little up, then down, and then it ends up in the sears. A pretty bow. So we have the AF Manchu new upgraded version. We have a string too, so wait, there is open. We get the string, the sleeve, and obviously the bow. And on the string it's already written the length and how many layers you have. So 16 strands, and it's a length of 150. And it's too long for one tag, so they used to. Yeah, continue. String is nice made, nothing to complain. Good. So you can have this bow from 20 to 50 pound at 28 inches. Has a max draw of 35, the string is 150, it's 59.1 inches. The strung is the bow 154 or 60.6 inches. Unstrung, the bow is 146 or 57.5 inches. It's fiberglass, bamboo and maple wood. And the price is $282, at least what I found on the website. Sometimes things change, you just need to check for yourself. Oh yes, so let's check what we have. Bam, 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 bam. It's in Christmas mood already. $64 inches. This design, you need to like it. If this would be now a silky matte finish, not a shiny finish, would be nicer for me. So this is all a bit too shiny for me, but it's nice and refined. So, then we have an arrow pass, which is a little wider, obviously, on a Manchu. It's kind of like, goes from 24 to 22 millimeters, so I would say 23 millimeters. You say it's like conical shape. So it depends where you put your arrow then. Oh, nice. And here I said, it's now nice, torque resistant. We string it, and then we might shoot it. Huh? Okay. And why I don't like shiny, it's a fingerprint magnet. I'm not sure if you see it now. You touch the bow and it gets your fingerprints on it. But you know, complaining on a high level. So the string grooves are nice, smooth, so nothing to complain here. Let's see. Oh, we love Manchu bows. Yeah. So, it's in there. It's on the string bridge, and you let go slowly, you see what happens. Good, so far, so good. Brace side, a little over check. The handle feels actually really good here. It's almost, I can't tell it's here. You have these wider parts. With this one, it really lays nicely in your hand. So even if you do your, you know, like you hold an egg, really nice. But I think the brace side, they could have done a little more. It's 7 inches. So for a Manchu bow, a little on the low side, I would say. But for the rest, the bow looks good. Shall we? Yeah, we shall. Let's see, our first time. So this is supposed to be 35. And then here it gets stiff. But we had it with the other bow, it needed a few shots until it opens up. Shall we check the poundage? Okay. Today I prepared something for you. Now let's see. We are at the right height there, so I measure from the back, not from the belly, obviously. Because this is what I do. So let's see. Zack. 28 is here. And we have 32.2. Yeah, it felt a little, didn't feel like 35. Let's see what we get further down at 30. 30 is here. 35. So at 30 inches we have 35. 32. 38. 34. Oh, now it gets stiff. Oh, holy cow. So at 33, and then it gets stiff, and you see string angle 60 degrees. And then it gets stiff, so I hope the bow opens up, and we're already at 40 pounds. So 35, I'm not sure yet. Or you need to force the bow. So we will see where we get there with this one. What do we have? 1, 2, 3. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bit more, but of course string bridges. But I think I don't know yet. Let's see what we have. So good an inch slag, and then the string grabs already on it. Nice to 28, nice to 29, nice to 30, nice to 31. And then this goes up already, so it's not. I think they took off the string angle a little bit to make it less aggressive, but you lag the lever. At the end it gets a little, the draw curve, and you saw it on 1 inch, 5 pounds then. Let's see what we get here. Oh, is this loud? And it's the straighter. Didn't check if the bow is straight. Yeah. Video. So loud. Naja, accuracy is totally not there. But we get there. I think the bow needs a few shots. It's just fresh out of the box. As I always do, I never shoot these bows before I show them on video, that I have my first impression as a real first impression. For now, loud and noisy. Arrows should be 700 grain, so that should be not a problem. With 40 pounds I'm drawing now, and even when you say 15, then you're at 600 grain. So arrows are definitely heavy enough. Naja. I'm still at 32 inches. These arrows are 35 inches, 35 and a half. How accurate. Start shooting a group now. Okay, set it and missed. Shoot now an arrow with my favorite Manchu, the Yarra, the 50 pound at 35. Means we are roughly in the same poundage when I only draw 33 like I did just with the others. The other one. Oh. Oh. For this one I need to do my warm-up. So you feel here the draw way easier, but it's still loud a bit, even with these heavy arrows. But it's fine. $280, 190 or something, you get the Yarra. Yeah, once you get there, needs a few shots. Now it opens up a bit more. Yep, so they always need a few shots. Keep that in mind. Don't force your bow in the beginning. Open it up slowly. Like you have a new car, you don't drive full speed directly. Slowly, slowly you get there. Let's see how it compares with the 35 pound at 35. So it's a little too little, and we know Manchu bows need 80 pounds to perform properly. Yeah, we know that. Oh, is this really? Ah, that's a 50 pound again. This is a 50 pound. I got the wrong one. I thought just. Oh, it's when you have too many bows. So, handle-wise, the Yarra has a bigger handle, feels better. This one has an elegance to it. Yeah, getting there. Ooh, this little bit forward makes all the difference with a Manchu. The white ones are 780 grain, so way too heavy. $144. But the bow opens up, 146. And there 500 might be a little too lightweight. $176. Oh, but then you feel it. So they're a bit too lightweight. Oh, 178, but straight. A bit heavier than 500, but not 750 or something. 600 grain would be fine. I don't have the right poundage. That's what I always say. It would be nice if the manufacturer always gives you directly a set of 12 arrows matching with it. I have one still. I think it's a barreled one from, I'm not sure now, 33 inches, 545. Wanna see what this one would do? Because people always ask me, you don't shoot wood arrows? Now I shoot one. But on my short distance, now should I break them all the time? But flies nice. So weight-wise, 600 grain for this bow is just fine. How I draw, if you draw 35, which this bow might do, at the end of a few shooting sessions, maybe a bit more. And this beautiful one is from Fairbouw, Netherlands, you know, with these nice wood knocks, and it's 33 and a half and 600, I think, yeah, 600. So should be just the right weight. And now, of course, you need to learn, because the bracelet is not there, that you put the arrow to the side here until you pre-draw, that you don't ruin your fletching. But you know that always. Why do I tell you? Let's see how this one will fly. Weight-wise, I think just fine. They are a little heavy, 750, but I can throw a bit more. Yeah. And the lightweight ones. Oh, they fly just nice, and you get a little, but I said there's no recommendation, so maybe you can get away with 12 grain. Maybe a little bit more. Wait, 550 maybe. But holy cow, accurate. So now we're getting friends slowly. So this one, no wobbly. Here stiff, here stiff, medium stiff. And now let's check here. Here this bow is very stiff, so that's nice. So even if the string, of course, rests on the string bridge, but it's not really tight in there. Very stiff in this direction. Well made. So now with an antler thumb ring, which is a little too big today. The problem with all my rings, either they're too small or too big or what have you. No, doesn't feel safe today, my ring. And if the thumb ring doesn't fit, it doesn't make sense to shoot them. So we shoot the leather protection now. Let's see how this one will work. Yeah, nice. See? No problem. Nice. So now bow opens up, draws nicely. Still not 35 inches, but fine. I guess you can force it there. Now it gets a little faster, but with the lightweight arrows, you feel it a bit, so be careful. A nice bow. So let's sum it up. What did they change? They made the limbs wider to get more torque resistant, definitely there. They made the sears longer. It's nice. On the other side, they changed the sear angle. I think before it was a little more aggressive. Maybe check compared to a Yamaha. So we have a little more bit flex in the handle. And then you see we have a less aggressive sear angle. This makes, of course, a draw curve not that nice and flat. So you don't have a let off, which some always think. It's just the poundage back there doesn't go up that much. But here you don't feel the lever that much. Then you would feel it with this bow. Where is up? Yes, this is the Yamaha 2, by the way. So here you feel from here onwards the lever kicking in. You can draw back nicely. With this one, you overcome the hard, but then it gets hard again here. So the change in sear angle changed the characteristics for me, not necessarily to the positive side, because the smooth draw curve at the end is not here anymore. But I guess overall it's a more sturdy bow, because they had too many breakings, so they had to do something. First of them made the limbs wide, and second they changed the sears. I mean, what else can you do? With this the bow behaves nice, but it lost a little of the Manchu kick character, because when you see that, this is missing, and this gives you then this leverage, and here you don't have it. It's almost a straight sear. Even the sear design, you see the difference. nice idea. Surely it works for durability, but you lose a little bit of the character. But it's still a nice bow on the handle. Surprisingly, you said he has these two bulky things on the side. Feels really goes. You really feel like you have a raw egg in your hand, so it's easier to grab your bow properly, like a raw hollow egg. A raw egg, a hollow hand. Nice. I'm not a fan of this. I don't know, I don't have a laminated one now here. Here you have this hard transition, then it goes a little, then it goes off again, then it goes a little, then off again, so it's like this. It's not a nice smooth transition, but they surely thought about this. And here you have this bump. I don't know why they didn't make a little longer fade out and then a whipping around it. So this one can cause problems in the future, but must not. But the draw is still nice. So but it doesn't have this, first it goes up and then it goes smooth. It just, okay, it's hard, harder, 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 harder. It's more like a regular draw curve compared to something with aggressive sears. Hard, soft, 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 and then back there gets hard again. So this one draws nicer. But if you like the design, and if you like to have a laminated one which is sturdy, which maybe does not give you the 100% Manchu experience, but it's nice to shoot. And I think nicer to control. Let me shoot a heavy arrow. Let's see what a heavy arrow would do. Yeah, but at the end, the draw curve goes up again, so you have still more a regular draw curve on this bow. Definitely get the right arrows with it, otherwise it's not fun. And when you get Manchu arrows, make the M-Nox from Vermeil on it at least. Yeah, it's okay. The new Manchu by AF Archery. So I think I told you everything what popped up in my mind when I shot now first time this Manchu. So you get now a more safe shooting experience due to the wider limbs. They redesigned the handle a little bit. Didn't mention it, but it's nice in your hand. And they changed the sear geometry to tame the Manchu-esque shooting. But of course, it lacks now a little the Manchu-esque shooting. But it's still a nice bow, and I guess after a while, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, it gets stiff there. And sear angle is already, because you don't have the sear and this forward angle, you reach a 60 degrees earlier. So, and then of course draw curve goes up, but you can't beat geometry, so, but still a nice bow. So worth checking out, $282. If you like this shiny design here, it's a nice bow. It's well made. String bridges, everything nice. String is nice, so nothing to complain. Always take a cloth with you because you get your fingerprints on it all the time, and I don't like that. If it's shiny, it should be shiny. See the shininess. So shiny. It's my precious. Nice bow. So thank you very much, AF Archery, for sending this one to me. An interesting upgrade. At least for durability and for the company's sake better, because I think this torsion resistance will help when people don't know yet how to shoot properly. And the overall not so aggressive design here might help too for a beginner Manchu. I think it's not a bow for one who has already a Manchu bow and wants to upgrade or have something different. This could be your first Manchu bow, but not your second or third. So thank you very much again, AF Archery, for sending the bow to me. Thank you everybody for watching, for joining my online course. Check out the courses I give all over the place, and catch you in the next one.